Hey guys, it's Colin here again, and today I kind of feel like I needed to talk more about the difference, what is a breeder snake or reptile, and what is a pet. And there is a bit of a difference, and I feel like I need to explain that to you guys better, because I'm getting some comments about this. Alright, this is my pet snake, Alan. He's my normal that I've had since May of last year, so almost a year now. He is just normal. He lives in a tub, just like all my breeders, and that is because I have a pretty strong opinion about tubs versus tanks. I've already talked about that, but this goes along with this very much. One thing you need to remember when you are trying to decide whether you want a tub or a tank is remember that glass is clear. And snakes' #1 priority is to find security, because they're not going to eat. They're going to rather try to find security than eat. So they will starve themselves to death if they don't feel safe. And this is glass, and they can see out and everything going on. They feel very unsecure, and that can lead to them being stressed out and not eating and possibly eventually death. Alright, and then here you have a tub again. See, it's kind of a cloudy material, which is good. It's great, at least the ones, my tubs I have, because ball pythons are nocturnal, and these tubs still allow some light in to give them a day and night cycle, but it doesn't allow that much in, and that's good because they like the dark. They're awake at night. That's what nocturnal means. And so this is a cloudy material, and it kind of, compared to a tank, you can see it's not clear. So they can't really see out that good, and that makes them feel very much more secure. But it also allows light in, so it's not like a total block off. To go along with the clouded sides, make them feel more secure, some people, especially big breeders, and I can understand why, they don't put hides in. This is very important to me because I was just like a lot of you new people getting into the hobby. I'm like, wow, how could you possibly just put a snake inside of a tub? That seems so unfair and cruel to the snake. But I was just exactly where you were at, and unless you have actually experienced this, putting one in here, then you just couldn't know, because snakes, they're unique animals. They don't move. Their #1 priority is to sit still, find safety, and find food. And as long as you're bringing the food to them, they're going to stay planted and digest to get that next meal down, because their only goal in life is to get bigger and reproduce. So providing a hide box provides ample protection, and they will use it if you offer one. So doing this, they'll feel very secure, and they will begin to eat. Don't worry, they will. Alright, now the difference between a breeder snake and a pet snake is a lot of the times only is that I hold Alan because he's tame. He's my pet. I hold him. I don't really hold them. The breeders, that's holding them causes a little bit of stress and they slow down their eating. But if it gets so regular that they don't even mind anymore, like where I've gotten to the point with Alan, it doesn't bother him or affect him at all. That's really the only difference, is you hold them. You should not ever think that breeders treat their breeding animals differently than you do if you own a pet ball python, because honestly we don't treat them any different than if they were in you have a big tank setup like that. For me, there really is no difference, because here's my pinstripe female. She's a breeder. This is my pet, Alan. He's a pet to me. He is in the same exact setup as her, just a little smaller because she's a lot bigger. But you can see it's very much the same, and the only difference really is there is really no difference besides the height. You see the height in there. That is completely unnecessary. Ball pythons are ground animals. They are not meant to climb whatsoever at all. They are on the ground. They are very heavy, fat-bodied snakes that aren't getting off the ground very easily. They're not very acrobatic. So all that height on those tanks is completely unnecessary. So these like 8-inch tubs are perfect. Another big deal, and by the way, this is my Tegu's cage, but it's a very similar setup to a ball python. All the decoration, the log and the plants and everything, for a Tegu this is extremely important to have all this ample hiding space so he can hide wherever he wants and explore around it, because Tegus do explore. They cannot really be kept as breeders. They are, I don't know if you're very, very advanced into it like Bobby Hill from Herps does, but they have to be pretty much pets. So he needs all of that to roam around and explore, because he will, and he'll climb around and he will use all of this. Ball pythons, on the other hand, will not. there is no point in adding a bunch of decoration into a tank because they won't use it. As I said, a ball python is a ball python, a breeder is a pet. They have the same mindset. They have the same instincts telling them that I need to find safety, I need to find some heat, and I need to find some food. Safety is number one. And if they have a hide on top of some heat and food is offered to them regularly, they aren't going to come out and explore that. So all those $50 logs that you put in there and all those plastic are real plants, that is just for looks for you, because your snake, no matter how badly you want them to do it, aren't going to use it if they have another option to just sit down and digest. So people who tell me that I need to add some decoration to these tanks, honestly, why? Because you saw when I pulled out her tub, you saw where she was. I didn't fake that. She was sitting underneath her hide, and that's where they sit all week. See here, back to Alan, I just put him in his tub. I did not do that. He went under his little makeshift hide box by himself, and I'm just going to slide him back to his heat. And that little hide sits right on top of that heat tape back there. So he's pretty comfortable, and this is the same setup for all of them. And that really is the only difference, is you can keep them in a tank and hold them a lot. The only difference to me is the amount of attention they get. So anyone who has a pet, please don't think that we neglect our animals by doing this, because you are giving the exact same setup to the exact same animal. The only difference is you spent a little more money in doing it. You can see about 2 minutes later, she's already back inside of her hide box there, all snuggled up, and she's not going to move unless I make her. Alright, so pup of the week, this one isn't exactly a pup anymore, but I'm not seeing any of these in the near future coming out for me. I'm going to show you this one. This is an all black, my favorite by the way. I like the all black ones. Not like the gray color like the wild ones are, brown. And you see this is actually a Dumbo rat. You can see its ears are just huge and off to the side, not up and pointy. And its face is kind of, how cute is that? But its face, yeah, is kind of flattened out. They're really tame animals. Really cute, isn't he? It's a little girl. She's gonna be a breeder for me. What's been your rat pup of the week? Okay, so hopefully that cleared up any negative thoughts that you pet owners have against us breeders and the way we keep our animals, because the truth is you have the same animal as us and we keep them the same way as you do. The only difference is you paid a little bit more to do it. And I'm not saying that how you do it is wrong, because I did that myself too when I first got started, but I realized there are better ways to do it. And you have to be able to change with this growing reptile industry if you want to stay on top. As long as the animals are being cared for in the same way and just as healthy as they would in any environment, that's the number one goal, is if the animal is always the healthiest, and that's the number one priority, not making money or anything like that. And I'm not saying that a tank with all the decorations is wrong, because it's not. If you want to, they look very pretty. And I'm definitely saying if you only have one pet snake, definitely go with the tank. You have all the benefits of a tub, plus it looks pretty. Okay, it's just going to cost a little bit more, and that's just fine. Just all the decorations and everything, they look pretty, but they are not necessary. So please, don't give me any more comments about how I need to put things in my tubs, because it's really pointless, and I hope this video cleared that up for you guys. So as long as the animal is as healthy as you can possibly keep it, then you have done your job, and just remember that change for the better is always good. Thank you for watching, and Colin out.
It's time for the weekly comment contest.
This week's comment contest of the week is, what difference, if any, have you noticed between breeders and pets, and why? Please leave your comment down below for a shout out next month. This week's comment contest, which was, what is your opinion about Morris and why, was best answered by 25XYZZZZ, who said, thank you so much for this video, it explains so much. BTW, I think having different colored Morris is okay because they're so awesome. As long as you're taking care of your animal and treating it how you would want to be treated if you were a pet. That's exactly what I was thinking. See you guys next Monday. Cut.